Hey everybody, this is Rydo, and we are back with another recording of Hearthstone. The recording session has been going on a long time. Let's play the Hunter on casual 2 more times and get those victories and be done with it. This is probably number 5 or number 6 of our recordings session because I have changed to 30 minutes, which maybe I need to go somewhere closer to 37 minutes, but I think for the moment, 30 minutes is the right time. We didn't even do an arena run.
Rexa versus
I'm half
Anduin.
tempted to do one since we're at 190 over, but
begin.
honestly, I want to get up to 10,000. It would be really nice to open 100 packs instead of 50 next expansion. So if I do get it up to 10,000, that would be great. Otherwise, I think I will stick with 50.
Job's done.
There's not really a number in my mind that's between 50 and 100 that really makes sense. Putting up a video saying opening 75 packs doesn't really catch my attention. Let's see. We'll play that into turn there. I am still kind of running out of things to talk about, unfortunately, but that's alright. I'm excited to jump back into episode 2 of Sam and Max season 2, which apparently that doesn't have a subtitle. It's just Sam and Max season 2 versus Sam and Max Save the World was the name of season 1. So they didn't want to give a bit of a spoiler there. Although episode 1 pretty much spoils what happens, I will say, in all of season 2. But it's not as much a spoiler as it is intentional foreshadowing, and how you get to that point is the interesting part, not where you end up. So that's alright. So, yep, I'm excited to get back into it. I'd like to get that whole thing recorded. It's getting content ID'd a couple of times, in a couple places. Probably the intro and the outro or somewhere around there that might have been used in some commercial. But if I recall correctly, Telltale Games has a decent non-response policy. I really don't mind if things get complicated. I only mind when people dispute fair use, when it is obviously, so obviously fair use. And being at the new year, it still would be a great time to get those disputes in so that the full 30 days in which people have a chance to come back and dispute the dispute is in the middle of when they are least likely to actually spend the effort to do that, even though it is an illegitimate act. It feels like, because I got Lego Star Wars out in the middle of when Lego Madness is just beginning, and there's probably hundreds of thousands of Lego video Star Wars Madness is beginning. It feels like they won't come back and reaffirm as many or any more, but they certainly did reaffirm some things they shouldn't have just immediately. Sony Music claiming all of the sound from Star Wars, which makes no sense because it would be Disney. I mean, Disney owns it, LucasArts owns it. Why is Sony Music? And then they've updated that where it's like saying Sony Music Entertainment Group on behalf of somebody completely different is claiming this. And I'm like, well, wait a minute. You don't have the on the behalf. don't have the right to, on behalf of somebody else, claim copyright. And furthermore, they don't have a legal right. Nobody does, actually. Nobody has a legal right to stop somebody from hurting you civilly, as far as copyright or anything else. So, if you thought that somebody was going to, well, we'll just leave it in copyright instead of making a different example. But somebody was going to infringe on your copyright blatantly, purely, if you've heard them, if you heard them say they did it, if they've completely confessed that that's their plan, you still don't have a legal right to do anything to stop them. That is not how it works, as far as I understand. Now, I could be totally wrong about this, but as far as I understand, your recourse is to sue them for damages after the fact. You do not have something, an ability to, before the fact, take any actions preventatively. It is the opposite of if you knew somebody was going to go hurt somebody. You do have a legal right, within reason,
we must
to
cleanse
stop
the
that
sun
person.
well.
You can, well, first of all, the right thing to do would be to report them to the police. But if somebody was running out of your house, they had just taken your gun, and they said they were going to go shoot their wife, you have a right to run after them, you have a right to tackle them, you have a right to pull out your second gun and threaten them, and you might even have the right, if it gets dangerous enough, to pull out your second gun and shoot them. But if somebody ran into your house, took your CD, and said they were going to go torrent it on the internet, you don't have a right to do anything, really, as far as that. Just let them do it, come back and sue them later. It's civil versus criminal. That's the difference there. If somebody came in your house and stole your trade secret cookie recipe, and they said they were gonna sell the recipe online, you really can't shoot them. You really can't tackle them. I mean, you might be able to shoot or tackle them because they broke into your house, but not because they were gonna steal your cookie recipe. And everything I may be saying may just be wrong, but as far as I understand it, that's the case. And as far as that applies to the content ID system, is that from my understanding of it, they don't have a right to say, well, we think you're violating somebody else's copyright, so we're going to do that. And I know that's the fact because there was a court case that just recently came out that clearly stated that that is not an acceptable use of the DMCA. If somebody does not want to defend their copyright, that's part of the whole system, is that you have to defend your own, not have somebody else on your behalf defend yours. So you cannot act in bad faith and claim you have a copyright to something that you don't have a copyright to, something just because you think somebody else does and you want to stop a video going on YouTube. And I would really like to see YouTube embrace this.
I wonder.
And it's close to impossible right now, probably, but I'd like to see them embrace this and say, you know what?
Don't mess
We're not
with
gonna
Tusk.
take preemptive content ID things anymore at all. If somebody wants to file a DMCA, that is fine by us. But then just step it up. Have them actually fill out the DMCA forms, the actual forms, and not a separate form. And then have them have to go through that process and make people actually have to sue, because that's the truth of it, is that they're never gonna take it to court. Let's see. Of course, I can talk big now, but if somebody filed a DMCA against me, I would do everything in my possibility to try to avoid that. I don't want to run into the one person who is crazy enough to actually take me to court and have to actually go to court. I would certainly win in a court case, and I would certainly countersue for legal fees and damages and lost time and everything I could possibly countersue for. But nobody wants to end up in the court system, not even the right. And yes, I'm saying I would win even against Sony, but Sony would drag it out, and it would be a long and difficult process for both sides. Darn it, am I gonna win this or not? 13 to 22, I have no cards. Not played 2 of the same secrets, so I'll end the turn. See, this is my problem here as far as Hearthstone, is that I just always use all my cards. I never hold back. I'm never careful. I'm speaking in absolutes, but I really don't. If he was just a little bit lower in health, by 11 more. And I really don't have anything that's going to win this for me. By the time I use my steady shot enough to get him down, that would be 5 turns. He would have had plenty of time attempts with the tank force to just get rid of me. He only needs to hit me 3 times.
I wonder.
Tazdingo! Yes!
So he's playing very carefully for somebody who's won the game.
Pass me that arc light spanner!
I guess here's a resolution you can make for 2016, as today is the first day of 2016 that I can't enforce at all. But my resolution would be to deal less with copyright issues. Unfortunately, it's not up to me. I mean, I could not deal with them. I could let people steal ad revenue away from my channel. I could certainly do that, but that's the only thing. That's the only way I could not deal with it, is by causing myself to suffer. Remember, I am a small channel. 51 subscribers, probably, I don't know, how much is I gonna get this year? It's like $27 maybe. It keeps going up, which I'm rather surprised about. So, somewhere around 27,
Is
maybe even
someone
up to $50 this year. I should look. That's a big difference between 27 and 50. But it has been going up quite a bit this past month. But that's chump change. Literally. Still by far I could go work at any place for one day and make more money. Work at any place for 1 week and have more than 5 years worth of income at this rate. But I'm surprised I even got this high. I wasn't really thinking it would be even $10 in a year. It really wasn't. And the fact that I'm getting more views, the fact that I'm getting more subscribers, all that's adding together to Make me feel like I can really do it. Well, I've lost. So, for 2016, what am I hoping? If by the last month of 2016 we're getting even $1,000 a month, that would be great. That would be excellent. If we're getting $500 at the end of 2016, that would be fine too.
Well played.
If we're getting $1 billion a month, that would be excellent too, man. If it spiked just 1 month to $1 million, even $1 million, I am so set. I could probably turn off all ad revenue from it from the rest of time. I mean, honestly, if I had $1 million that came in 1 month, it might be just tax-wise a smart move to turn off ad revenue and say, okay, no more. I don't need to be in the even higher tax bracket type stuff. That would be kind of silly to do that. I would just pay the taxes gladly instead. But yeah, the realistic goal is $500, even $100 a month would be nice. As long as we're not seeing backslides, I'm pretty happy. Let's go ahead and play this and end your turn. So I can play this next turn, play this turn after that, and then try and play this. Yeah, that works pretty good. So we play this next turn, end the turn. I'd like to start making enough that I could put money back into advertising. If I start plateauing and not growing in viewership before I start getting enough ad revenue for that, that would kind of suck. It would be a difficult decision to try and figure out how to do that. How to fix problems with that, if I can. Alright. So this would give me 111 with charge right now. Go ahead and play this and this. I'm hoping he attacks my face first. Excellent. Perfect. So I could play this and power that up, but I'm not ready. So instead I'll play this.
Today, I don't have to be a princess.
Job done.
Obey Andre.
By the power of Ragnaros.
I don't know why people still play Emperor Therusian. He's not worth it. Maybe there's a strategy there that I'm just not getting. I guess I need to kill that guy anyway. And then attack the face.
Job's done.
In the turn. Three less for an assassinate. Ah, that sucks. Let's play this, and then this. Kill that guy. Attack that. Attack the face. In the turn. We're both almost out of cards, but I still feel he has a slight advantage over me.
I got the best deals anywhere.
Trogzor! Trogzor!
Play this.
So baby.
Play this. And attack the face.
Job's
Interesting. So now he's got to kill my core hound, otherwise he's in big trouble. I guess we're racing to the face here.
My fang and claw.
I could get him in 3 turns. 7, 14, 21. 3 turns to kill me with that. Unless he hits me with this and all 3 of these too, then that would be 8, 16. So it just kind of becomes the question, how do we want to can we do it?
Detected.
If I got the Brave Archer, which I don't think I have any more of those. Yeah, that will work. So he can do 7 right now. Why he chose to do that, I don't know. That makes no sense. That was poor playing. He should have attacked with this one. He doesn't have enough. 2, 4, 6, 7 of 8. He's lost. He's lost by 1 health just because he played badly.
Welcome to the Grand Tournament, champion.
Okay. That worked. Barely. That was lucky. That was totally lucky. I totally want that card in my deck. I don't have that one. How much dust do I have? Interesting. Let's ask that question. 80? Ah, that's a shame. Let's go over here for a second. I want to see something. Crafting. Uncraftable goldens. Is there something new? Just League of Explorers. That's an uncraftable golden that we somehow got. Let's see. No. Grand Tournament. because we were given a golden card. It's best to do it this way. And then I couldn't find the golden card. And I don't know if the Hearthstone bugged out or what. So this is all the golden cards with Black Rock Mountain. Are they reward cards? No, because let's see, captains. How do you even get these gold versions of these? Like, unlocked when you have all golden Murlocs. Unlocked when you have all golden pirates. Awarded from BlizzCon 2013. Is rewarded to players that helped text the store during the beta. Test the store during the beta. Okay. So that's not a reward card that we could ever get. And I'm supposed to have no golds right now. And yet, they gave me one. I know I'm screwing around here, sorry about that, but classic and basic. Of course, the difference between classic and basic is the things you get by default. And so why did I get a golden something? It's like uncraftable, no matches found. So as far as it seems, I was just gypped out of a card. Let's get back to playing. I know, sorry. Take a little break there. But yeah, this monthly reward just gypped me out of a card. It had to. It had to. There is no golden card in my collection, and yet it said it gave me a golden card. And that sucks. Unless I was thinking maybe they promoted some card that we didn't have that was a basic card to gold. So they added some new basic card and gave it to everybody. Or maybe what they're doing is they're giving me golden cards of things that haven't reached level 60 yet, which then means when I level up some of the characters I won't have golden cards of those. Or get there, which that would suck just as much as anything else. Let's go ahead and do this first. Attack. End the turn. That's the right move. Between the two, Stone Tusk Board, then next turn play Timberwolf. Because between those two turns, you play that way, you'll do 3 damage. You play this way, you'd have to play this, and then ensure that it stayed alive. Ah, somebody's begun spectating me. Hopefully I don't sorely disappoint them, as I very well might with a loss.
Tazdingo! Yes!
Stress is on now. Alright. So what do I want to do? I can't beat this guy, so I'll just hit him in the face twice. And then return. Because playing this right now is not a great move. So I'm hoping he'll get confident and bring 2 or 3 more characters out. Then I'll play this. But he may very well just take this and kill that. So now I'm gonna play these 2.
Job's done.
And end the turn. So he'll probably take this and hit this and get him down to 2, so I can play this And hopefully he'll summon a couple more characters. It would be nice if one of these guys stayed alive so I could play this in 2 turns. Next turn though is this and this. Seems like everything's gonna work fine. Well, no, not quite fine. That guy, I had forgotten about that. So do I want to play this? I guess I do. I'll choose that over that. Even though doing these two in combination would have done 4 damage to his face. I'm just trying to get him to play more cards.
I am freed from the curse.
So play this. Play this.
Job done.
Turn. Got a little bit lucky there. Now, if this one stays alive, which it should, hopefully I can play this next turn. Hopefully that works. So, what was I talking about?
I wonder.
I don't know. I was fantasizing about having money
Where shall I
and
start?
how I would waste it. Well, I guess I didn't fantasize on how I was wasting. I have some weird, like,
beasts obey me.
DVDs I'd like to replace the Blu-rays, but how could I possibly justify doing that? It just wouldn't make any sense at all. Let's go ahead and end our turn. Because half of them I haven't even watched them out. I just don't have the free time for it. Alright, you want to attack the face? That would be fine by me. Or you want to attack my characters? That kind of sucked. Hopefully this one will stay alive so I can play this. Hopefully. I don't think there's an easy way for me to get rid of it. Alright. Just play this.
The beasts obey me.
And then play this. And then attack here.
Job's
And
done.
in the turn. So ideally somebody's gonna hit my face and get rid of 2 of these guys before they attack. That's what I'm hoping for. But look at the 5 cards to 1. It's not good. Maybe I should hold back and not play this one. Just hold on to it even next turn. So it kind of stinks if I did that. +2/+2 and taunt. Darn it. Wish I had an owl this time.
I'll wait for no one.
Silence that character. So if I play this skip charge, attack that. Maybe that would work. Here we go. Bear trap. Give me charge. Why I play this card in my deck at all, I don't know. I don't have enough high enough mana count. I just don't have a high enough mana costing creatures that he would win. He's armored warhorse is only good if you play against, the rest of your deck has a bunch of 6, 7, 8 mana cost cards. My highest mana cost card is a 5. Oh well, I think finally I've gotten around this, but it has cost me every card I've gotten up to this point. What is this? Whenever you summon a beast, reduce the cost of this card by 1. Interesting. Let's kill this guy. Attack the face. So what he's not doing is trying to kill me very hard. That kind of is an interesting thing. So if I get something that can do 1 damage, again, this is... I'll get rid of that guy, but wow. Strategy seems off. Just seems like a very off strategy. There we go. Like this. $16-25. He's got 5 cards to me. To 0. He should be winning more than he is. Must be a late play game. Must be a late player. But it's the 10th turn. It's pretty late for him to even be playing that. Let's see. This, attack. In the turn. So if he can't take me out in 7 more turns, well, now 9, 10 more turns, I could have potentially just beaten him that way.
Has to be snake.
But that's really unrealistic. Let's just concede. Or should we go down fighting? I think we should just let him take his victory because it will only be a couple turns. Most. But I've lost. I've totally lost. Poor observer here. Poor spectator. Interesting thought here too. Do I have any friend requests pending? No. Guess I don't. Haven't got any new friend requests in a while. I need more people on Steam that will trade cards with me. I've gotten insanely into the trading cards of Steam, and when they have the winter sales and all the other sales, you get like 90% of the cards you need to level up those sale badges, but there's always 1 or 2 they've specifically programmed you're never gonna get, and it's just 1 or 2 random ones, I think. So you have to have somebody that's willing to trade with you and go, give me 3 copies of this so I can get this badge up to level 3 type stuff. I've also realized in the sale is the time to play with the trading cards. Ideally sell all your extras and buy all of the ones you need. Darn it! Oops.
That didn't quite hit the mark.
But like buying them right in the middle of the sale will get you more cards, which feeds into itself. It's the snake eating its tail type mentality. And selling it in the middle of the sales will probably get you the best deal you can. And so anytime there's a sale, I think from now on I'm gonna spend put $5 in my wallet, since these cards only cost like 7 cents. Although some of the rare ones are like 21 cents. Take that $5, fill in all the badges for all the games I've played, so I can get a badge and level up as much as possible for each of those. Of the ones that are incomplete. Now, I don't know if I'd ever go so crazy as to just buy a whole nother set of the Talos Principle, like cards, because there's one I've made a badge and I've sold all the extra cards if I had any extra cards. But the thing is, because I'm playing real games also, this system... Do I want to do this?
Today,
yes,
I don't have to be a princess.
So, as I throughout the rest of the season and playing real games, you get the cards by just playing any game for any amount of time, any random amount of time. So you leave the game running basically. And if it runs for a couple hours, by the time you get out of the game, it says, oh, you found 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 cards. But then it says, well, you've gotten all that you can get from this method, therefore the next method is you have to, how do I want to do this? I guess I'll do this, and this, and use the rest to attack here. So, yeah, you only get 6 out of 9 or like 4 out of 6 type deal. So there's always a couple you have to either trade or buy, and I should get off the market and not buy them. I should be able to trade with friends and people who are following me, and or people should be, and I'm sure ideally there'd be people out there that just want to play the games and should not even get into this insanity that I've gotten into, and so they're willing to for the exchange of one like holiday card, give me all the other cards that they have and give a completely fair trade just to help me out because they like me, I would hope. Let's see, what do we want to do here? If I do this and then do this and then
Oh shoot!
do this, I can do that. And there we go. One more game we need to play and then we'll be done. How long have we been going? 43 minutes. Well, this is going to be a long one, but I can see if I had actually stopped at 30 on this, we're probably going to go another 15 minutes. So I could have gotten like 6 recordings here. And I think for at least a temporary time, that would be really nice to have some more recordings without having to really spend some extra time here. So I think at least next recording session we'll do this again, just to get ahead. It may not stay a permanent thing. I need to schedule, like, look at my schedule and see if the number of Hearthstones is balancing out with everything else, or if the number of Hearthstones is way far behind. Because it may be that it is way far behind, it may be that it's only a couple days behind, it may be that it's months behind. Maybe that it's even a little ahead, but I doubt that severely. So I'm hoping he doesn't bother to kill my character. That would be nice. I'm hoping he would hit me in the face. Oh, I certainly hope that also you don't have to observe multiple people win. Because that would suck. That would totally suck if there's a new quest out there that says observe 2 victories from somebody. That would be the worst. Let's see. Let's just go ahead and play this and then end the turn. Instead of doing that, yeah, okay, he's no longer spectating. He got the victory, hopefully. Or he was just spectating for a different reason. I figured out you can click on this, and then it will laser over here to this. And then this glows for a while. If there's anything more to it, so I don't know. There was a Steam augmented reality game that went with this where you could get a second badge for the winter sale. I cannot explain it. It was go to the Ikaruga store page on a browser. It wouldn't work in the Steam client for me. Type in the word search, S-E-A-R-C-H in capitals, I think. And then hit enter, and then it would pop up a JavaScript box, and you'd have to type in a code, and when you did all of that, you got a badge. And I tried to do it twice just to see if it would give me the badge twice, or if it would potentially
Get in there and fight, maggot!
potentially like level up the same badge, but it didn't. I bet there might be more to it than what has been found up to this point, but I'm just like waiting for other people to do it. I'll take those points though and level up myself so I can get booster packs, so I can get more trading cards, which I've just gone insane with that. I mean, it is a stupid system, and nobody should care one bit about the trading cards. It's kind of insulting the trading cards too, because if you really like the pictures on the trading cards, and if you really wanted to have like a sweet presentation interface for it and show them off, you would not then turn around and force the people like me to get rid of the trading cards and craft a badge, because that sucks. You lose all those pictures, which is all they are, by making the badge, and then the badge doesn't look like anything anyways. So if they really were going to put some effort into it, instead of just taking a penny off every trade, which is what they're doing, this is hats and Team Fortress 2 all over again, which I never got into that myself, but I've heard other people getting into it. But if they were going to do it nice, they would have every single badge be 3D rendered like these cards. Every trading card would look like something like that, and you could see it real big and real nice. I'm going to do this, this, and this. So ideally, he's going to hit me in the face first, but I doubt he will. I'm almost certain he's going to try and kill this guy first, which he did. Then I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't kill this guy just to really irritate me. And then I'd have the badges nice in 3D. I'd have a display interface. It would look really nice. It wouldn't be all 2D and just a web page. There would be a Unreal Engine 4 setup for this whole thing.
Do you have the artifact?
done.
So I have 20 cards. If I got really lucky and got the map to the golden monkey and played it, and then it got really lucky and it put the golden monkey right on top of our deck and we drew it, then I would have 19 cards of legendary status to play, starting with my 9th or 8th. But there's way too many really luckies to be playing this card. This needs to almost be like a 1 mana thing. If you could play a 0 mana spell that would make your next character cost only 3 mana, then
Today,
3
I don't
mana
have
less.
to be a princess.
And then you played this on your first turn. That starts to
Get back!
make. Here we go. Looks like we're gonna win. Here. At 51 minutes. Yeah. It was almost another 30 minutes if I had broken it up, this recording, instead of just going long. Of course, I could break recordings down to 15 minutes if I was just going to pick an arbitrary number. And I'm sure that wouldn't be interesting, I doubt. The game would have to have some real special reason why I was only playing it for 15 minutes per day. That's too short. By my count. Far too short. Okay, so I've won. Doesn't matter what he does unless he kills this guy. I can just press that and do that.
This time.
So I defeated Tree. There you go. So there we are. All quests done for this recording session, which is great. We are at 5,260 and we already have our arena purchased for next recording session. So we'll spend 150 of that. That will leave us at 110 just to start off with. So in 1 week's time basically of playing 2 recording sessions, we are 110 up what we were before. So the goal is to get to 10,000 by the time it is the next expansion now. That would be my personal goal. And maybe we'll buy half classic cards and half regular cards? I don't know. That's an interesting thought, because it might be better on the next expansion to just get more classic cards. We still have some classic cards we need to get. I think if we go in crafting mode and just look, yeah, there's still classic cards to have, but they are pretty much all the legendary, super rare, and epic cards. Although some of them don't seem that high up. But yeah, there's definitely some more. So I still have reasons to get classic packs. Anywho, that's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos. All that helps me out. If you want to support me, you can click on my name, Rydo. On the right will be a blue button that says support this channel. Click it and make a donation. And if you want to friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.